Today, we will explore the real tensions, family dynamics, and subtle signals reshaping the monarchy from within.
Prince William takes over the Queen's private estate, and Camilla's family is furious. The royal family is no stranger to tension, but the recent power shift has taken things to a whole new level. When Prince William assumed control of one of the most valuable estates in the world, it set off a chain of events no one could have predicted. His decisive moves have not only reshaped financial and managerial structures, but have also caused a serious rift with Queen Camilla's family. The impact of this decision goes far beyond simple inheritance, because it has sparked a furious backlash from those closest to Camilla. When Queen Elizabeth II passed away on September 8, 2022, a chain of automatic transitions began within the monarchy. Titles changed, responsibilities moved, and most importantly, control over key assets shifted. As soon as King Charles III became king, Prince William inherited the title of Duke of Cornwall. This was not just symbolic, it gave him authority over the Duchy of Cornwall, a historic estate established in 1337 by King Edward III to provide income for the heir to the throne.
Covers almost 130,000 acres of land across England. Its net assets have increased in value by...
The duchy spans around 135,000 acres across England and includes agricultural land, residential and commercial properties, and financial investments. It generates tens of millions of pounds annually. For William, this was not a gradual rise into responsibility. It was immediate and immense, almost like waking up to discover you are now in charge of one of the most powerful private estates in the world. With that level of control comes the ability to make decisions, and those decisions can affect people who have been part of the system for years.
Interior designer who got Duchy of Cornwall contracts, awarded without competitive bidding.
One of the most talked about moves involved Annabel Elliott, the sister of Queen Camilla. She is a professional interior designer who has worked with royal properties for many years, particularly on duchy holiday rentals and estate interiors. Public financial reports from the Duchy of Cornwall show that she was paid for her services over a number of years, with annual payments varying depending on projects. However, once William took over as Duke of Cornwall, her role with the duchy came to an end. Reports from outlets such as The Telegraph indicated that she was no longer employed by the duchy under William's management. There was no public statement suggesting wrongdoing or dissatisfaction with her work. Instead, it appears to have been a management decision tied to restructuring and a change in operational approach.
Family's fragile balance. The truth behind this royal fallout.
To understand why this decision carries emotional weight, it helps to look at the past. Prince William grew up during a period of well-documented tension within the royal family, particularly involving his parents, Prince Charles and Princess Diana, and Charles's relationship with Camilla. These events were widely covered and acknowledged in public interviews, including Charles's 1994 admission of infidelity. While William has consistently maintained a respectful public relationship with Camilla, this historical context remains relevant when analyzing perceptions of family dynamics. Even so, available evidence suggests that William's actions are primarily administrative rather than personal. The Duchy of Cornwall operates as a private estate with commercial responsibilities. It funds the public, charitable, and private activities of the Prince of Wales. As such, decisions regarding staffing and contracts fall under the authority of the Duke and are expected to align with financial oversight and long-term planning.
He aims to create a focused, efficient royal group, free of figures who do not contribute to royal duties.
At the same time, William has introduced individuals he personally knows and trusts into certain advisory or operational roles linked to his responsibilities. This is consistent with how previous holders of the duchy have managed it, including King Charles during his tenure as Duke of Cornwall, when he also appointed individuals within his own professional network. For Camilla's family, this creates a shift in position. Their previous professional ties to the duchy were established during Charles's leadership, and those ties are not automatically maintained under new management. The removal of Annabel Elliott from duchy-related work reflects this transition rather than an isolated incident.
Today, visitors are able to look around this most...
The situation becomes broader when considering other estates. Properties such as Sandringham House in Norfolk and Balmoral Castle in Scotland are privately owned by the monarch and are not part of the Crown estate. These properties were personally owned by Queen Elizabeth II and passed directly to King Charles III upon her death. Balmoral, for example, covers over 50,000 acres and has been owned by the royal family since it was purchased for Queen Victoria in the 19th century. Currently, Camilla resides within these royal environments as Queen Consort, sharing official residences and participating in state and ceremonial duties. However, the ownership of these private estates is tied to the monarch, not the consort. When William eventually becomes king, these properties are expected to pass to him, continuing the established pattern of inheritance within the monarchy. This has implications for long-term access and influence. While there is no official confirmation of future arrangements, constitutional practice suggests that control over these estates will rest solely with the reigning monarch. Any continued use or involvement by other family members would depend on personal and institutional decisions at that time.
In dollars, Ray Mill House is not grand by royal standards.
In recent years, there have also been reports that Camilla sold her private residence, Ray Mill House in Wiltshire, a property she owned before her marriage. While reasons for the sale have not been formally detailed, it has been reported in mainstream outlets and reflects changes in her personal circumstances as a full-time senior royal. What further reinforces the scale of this transition is the financial transparency surrounding the Duchy of Cornwall. Annual reports released by the Duchy outline income, expenditures, and payments made to contractors. These documents confirm that the estate functions as a structured business entity rather than an informal royal asset. They also provide evidence of how management decisions directly affect individuals who are part of its operations. At the same time, Prince William has publicly stated his interest in using the Duchy to address broader social issues, including housing and environmental sustainability. This indicates that his approach is not only administrative, but also strategic, with a focus on aligning the estate's resources with modern priorities. Decisions are being made within established legal and financial frameworks. The Duchy of Cornwall, like other royal estates, operates with published accounts and is subject to scrutiny from both the media and the public. Prince William's approach appears to align with a broader effort to modernize aspects of royal management, a direction that has also been associated with his public work in areas such as housing, environmental initiatives, and mental health advocacy.
Shades his mother. As she entered into the realm of possible stepmother to William and Harry, the world speculated about the boy's feelings towards Camilla.
In this context, the changes affecting Camilla's family can be understood as part of a standard transition rather than a targeted action. Given the visibility of the individuals involved and the historical context of royal relationships, these decisions naturally attract attention and interpretation. The monarchy functions through continuity, but each generation introduces its own methods of management. William's current role as Duke of Cornwall is widely seen as preparation for his future position as king. The decisions he makes now provide insight into how he may approach larger responsibilities later.
And beyond, a positive force for good that will make people's lives.
As a result, even relatively small administrative changes can carry broader symbolic meaning. They highlight how authority is exercised, how priorities are set, and how the balance between tradition and modernization is maintained. Another point is that the Duchy of Cornwall is exempt from corporation tax by law, even though the Prince of Wales traditionally chooses to pay income tax voluntarily on profits. This reflects a long-standing arrangement that aims to balance historical privilege with modern expectations of accountability. The key question moving forward is not whether change is happening, but how these changes will shape the future structure of the royal family and its operations, especially as leadership transitions continue over time.